Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason.
More murders than you got squabbles in the hood. And homies, yeah, those than you got squabbles in the set. On the hood, hey, I got. Can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horace Mann, or at 54th. When did you get put on?
Baby, when did
you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out in 2002, Eileen Street at June House. What's up? Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You been in
man, cuz Billy was a part of my put on. Dave was a part of my put on. Oh, the dead homies. My first name was Baby Wild. He's an Izzy turned East Coast. That was the third squabble. Who did you squabble, gang?
Everybody.
Who? You didn't squabble everybody. You would have went home stuff.
Shut your
You didn't go. Hey, you come up here with 30. None of them was from 60s.
You ain't.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood. Dead homies.
Wow, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you click that bell. Listen, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews, man. Bricc, baby. Unfortunately, he's not getting out today, bro. You know, they went, of course, to their hearings today, and it's not good. It's not good at all. The news is not coming back like it's supposed to on these guys. It's crazy, man, because, you know, you be so excited to go to court. I don't know if you guys ever been through the criminal justice system, but in your mind, you be ready to get out, bro. I don't know if you ever been arraigned or go to your hearing or thinking, oh man, I'm gonna get to see somebody today. And the next thing you know, it don't go the way that you planned it. You calling home with bad news, people tripping and this here. Now they bringing up all the stuff. I just showed you some of the stuff that they are, you know, definitely weighing heavy on. It was a lot of stuff being said, a lot of things that he was saying on these podcasts. A lot of stuff you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Man, I want to see Bricc Baby get out. I talked to Bricc Baby once, was going to link up with him, man. Thought he, you know, was doing his thing, you know, for his podcasting. I'm not thinking people out here, you know, doing what they, you know, you wouldn't, if, you know, when it come down to the court system, guys, and RICOs and all that, you guys know that there should be a shush code. And you would think that when people are on these things, on these podcasts, on these microphones, that they're not giving up real information about personal stuff that's actively in the court of law. And I've had a couple of people to come on my show, and I did not put the videos out, the interviews out. I didn't put them out because it could have incriminated them. Going through federal, they had already been hit by the feds. And they, man, started talking. I'm like, man, we better not put that out, bro. You still fighting this case. So I'm not putting that out. It's been a couple of times I didn't do it. And I just didn't put it out because I knew that it was going to cause them problems down the line because this is publicly displayed. So if you get on a podcast or if you get on, man, be careful, because when you go to saying stuff and you know you still out in the streets and you still doing stuff that not right, that can cause you to be locked up or standing in front of a police officer or standing in front of a judge, man, listen, don't say it. Because if you say it, like OG say, if you say it on the phone, you might as well, hey, you better be ready to say it in person or in court. If you say it on a podcast, be ready to say it in court. Because I'm telling you right now, they're not playing with people that look like us when you go into that courtroom. And that's the truth. So I don't understand it. I don't get it, why you would even think that you could do that. But that's what's happening, man. And I'm a big fan of my boy Bricc, man. I thought he was doing his thing when it comes to podcasting. Don't get it twisted. I don't know his personal life. I just know that when I would see him talking, he sounded like he was really doing his thing. But on these podcasts where he would tell the history and talk about the stuff in a way to where it was already past tense and not incriminating nobody. But this whole thing's done turned into a charade. Not only that, my boy Luce didn't get out. So it's like people not getting out. They told everybody they were going to get out today. This was the day. They both cellmates. I showed y'all earlier this week. They locked up together. Well, they not getting out. It doesn't seem. His old lady came on and she, you know, let me play what she was saying. She got upset after court today.
I put out my response yet on my husband's detention hearing, but I am not okay with y'all going around spinning the narrative that my husband is a snitch. If he was a snitch, he'd be out today. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. His attorney said the arrest record is invalid. Some of those things belong to his brother. Cannon never snitched on nobody. It's called facts. It's called facts. All right? It's called, they made a error combining two people's record in one. That's what happens when you got a twin brother. Y'all need to get your facts straight and stop reporting lies.
Stop reporting lies. So you need to get your facts straight. So, but all in all, Luce ain't get out. Earlier this week, you heard Flacco talking about it. You heard them talking about it on the phone. We gonna be out Wednesday. We coming home. We gonna be home today. It's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. And like I said, it doesn't use up, it a lot of time doesn't play out like you think it's gonna play out. Guys, I'm telling you right now, when you start saying this and saying that and doing this and doing that and jumping on these podcasts, and it's some stuff that they looking at, man, that describes your character. And you did it to yourself. That's the part right there you got to be careful on. You got to denounce the fact of you being in criminalistic behavior while you on these screens. Even if you is, which I'm not. Man, God changed my life years ago. You got to pay your taxes, all that stuff. You're going to do right. You're going to pay your insurance. You got to do right. Get yourself a wife, settle down, get your kids through educational systems. That's what we doing over here. And I always told y'all taking care of your family is gangster. But I didn't say to take no shortcuts. And that's the whole game. If you think you can do it and take shortcuts, and then when the ball roll back on you, it's up. You got to now make a decision, man. Because you're going to have to leave your family and go sit down. You may not never come home. So that's the cold part about it. Luce Cannon didn't come home today. Bricc Baby didn't come home today. They still in there, and I guess they're going to put them back, guess what, in the same cell. And like I said, I've definitely been watching them because they was podcasting. Luce was jumping on there with No Jumper and other podcasts. Bricc Baby was jumping on there, and that's my lane. So I'm looking at him like, man, rooting for him. Because brothers trying to get to the loot, I'm cool with that. And you taking care of your family, but you can't be out here in the streets. You got to let the street stuff go. Same thing, if No Jumper, everybody talk about No Jumper and Adam 22, he say he giving opportunities. Other people don't agree, say it's a gangs-infested situation, and it ain't doing nothing but hurting people's character. And you setting people up and making them look like you trying to do something for them when really you playing with their intellect and you playing games with their mind because they're younger than you. And I think that's horrible. You trying to make money off of these guys. And that's why I say, man, like most of the dudes I deal with, pay attention. They older. They my age or they getting older. They not, are they entrepreneurs? They not, no. I deal with OG Pyru, that's my boy. They do him and Melvin, them, they go out to a lot of different places, talk to a lot of different kids. Y'all hide that part. Y'all don't want to hear that about the hidden corner side of what they do. Y'all, they gangbang, they this and that. But they trying to do something correct in the communities, not only in LA, I've seen them up in Chicago. I've seen them down in Memphis just here recently. They was all over in Atlanta. They're out dealing with, whether it be people who've been incarcerated or children that's in juvenile. Y'all don't see that part because y'all don't want to see that part. All y'all want to do is talk about, they Crip, they did. Who you think gonna talk to the Crips and Bloods? They not gonna talk to no squares. But somebody need to talk to our youth. But y'all play games because y'all don't want to deal with reality. And the reality is a lot of these children and a lot of these young men are in the gangs. And you got to have somebody that can relate to them to talk to them. And at the end of the day, you can't, and you're going to do it but talk about them. So therefore, I trip off of y'all. But at the end of the day, shout out to all those people who trying to help snatch these kids out of the fire or help. When last time you put some money on somebody's books that got incarcerated to say they changed? You never know, they could have changed. When the last time you tried to look out for somebody who in your neighborhood was going through it and who had bumped their head, and you like, man, let me say something to them. Let me try to when the last time you done that? If you hadn't done that, then hush. You just talking. Or keep commenting. That's all you can do. Just keep commenting. But I'm telling you now, man, that what they doing for it, and I jumped off subject, but Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby, I wish somebody would have been there to talk to them young men because maybe they wouldn't be in the situation they in. You can't give up on people, man. I can say that. I'm the one that talk to these people. That's why I know. So at the end of the day, bro, man, I know y'all thought they were getting out today. You see his wife is upset, Luce Cannon. You see Bricc Baby's video is popping up while he's talking and it's just surfacing on the internet. It is what it is, man. They own a RICO. Big U, I ain't heard nothing about him. I don't even, did he get to go to hearing today? But I can't tell you this much, man. Shout out to them boys who trying to change up there. Shout out to the ones who trying to help to make a change up there on the West Coast and on any coast, man. All three of them. All three of y'all. Check it, man. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.